So in the last video you saw that we ran out of pavers. So we ordered some more pavers, 560 to be exact. And this is the delivery. And then since I had a lot of cuts to make, I went ahead and bought a wet saw from Harbor Freight. It's made for tile, but it also works on pavers. And this is me putting it together. I didn't look at the instructions, which I probably should have, but I just started putting it together. So here I am putting on the handle, putting it on the stand, bolting that in. And the tray's on there, and then I'm bolting on the arm of the saw. And I saw the 4 holes for bolts on the back there, but I didn't see the 2 in the front. So I tightened down those 4, and then I put on the saw blade that I bought. It's a diamond blade. Tightened it down. Then I have the pump there. This is where I actually got out the instructions because I didn't know where the hose was supposed to fit. I saw a couple holes that looked like it would fit in, but the instruction book didn't actually have a diagram. It said to put it in underneath the arm, so I was looking underneath the arm to find a hole, but it actually meant underneath the whole arm, not just the top part of the arm. So I have the hose in the wrong spot there, and I didn't realize until I turned it on and it started shooting water out the other side of the hole. But other than that, everything got put together. I got all the bolts, no extra pieces, so we're good to go. There I'm putting in the 2 bolts in the front of the arm, and then I took it away. Okay, so here's a test of the saw. Notice how brand new and shiny it is. That is going to change really quick. The water's nice and clear, and it's cutting through that tile like really easily. Much different from the abrasive disc I had been using. This took maybe about 30 seconds to cut through as opposed to 3 to 5 minutes for the abrasive disc, and that's a nice clean cut. And here's one more cut. Yeah, so the table has no wiggle room. It's pretty steady. It was a very windy day. You saw some water splashing at the camera there. And the leaves are blowing around. But yeah, this saw, I watched a different review where they said the tray table there had some wiggle room, but they may have changed it, or maybe that person had gotten a bad one. But this table slides really easily. There's no wiggle room. It makes a nice clean cut. So I have no problem recommending this saw from Harbor Freight. And here I am making cuts, putting in pavers along the edge. The camera's getting a little hazy because of all the overspray. Here I cleaned up the camera so it's a little bit better picture. It was a little tough cutting around those posts. Those posts are for a privacy fence that has yet to be installed. Wanted to finish the pavers before putting up the fence. Much easier to work around. And we're getting close to done, but there's still a lot of cuts to be made. Smoothing out the sand, putting in the edge, the border around the whole patio. Now here I noticed there was a little dip, so I took up some pavers and added some sand and leveled it and put them back. this part takes a lot of cuts because it's going around the corner. So some of these tiles actually have 3 or 4 cuts on them just to fit around the corner. Well, maybe not 4 cuts, but a lot of them have 3 cuts. But once I made it around the corner, then it was pretty much a straight shot down the rest of the patio. And at this point, I'm pretty well done with that side. I made a little angle there so it ties in with the rest of the pavers. There I'm hammering in the plastic retaining border. And here I'm going the rest of the way down the concrete, and then I have another curve at the end. And actually I didn't wrap around the pavers around that corner. I just laid pavers and then I made cuts so that it still curves, but it doesn't have the border. I was running out of real estate to work with to make the tiles actually, or to make the pavers wrap around. And this is on the corner there. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a second here when I finish those pavers and cut the curve rather than trying to wrap the pavers. So I drew lines on the pavers, and now I'm cutting them around the corner. So as you can see, it doesn't wrap around, it just has a curve. And here I am cutting around the collection box. This is the sump discharge that I have going underground. And then cutting the pavers along the window well. And then tying it in with the rest of the line of pavers. Now that one that's hanging out there, I did cut the corner off, so it's a nice transition. If you like this video and want to see more of my projects or to follow along with this project, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. It'd be much appreciated, and we'll see you in the next one.